All of us have sat through meetings with presentations, but were unable to remember most of the details as soon as we walked out of the room. In this lecture, we will run you through pointers on how to capture the key points of a presentation and help you remember the same. A good point to note here is that it's never needed to commit to memory the entire presentation. Unless you're a stage actor who has to remember the lines of the entire play. You only need to remember the key concepts, points or data of any presentation or technical document. One of the best known techniques to remember presentations and lectures is note-taking. We have all been doing this since school, where we were told to take down notes of what is taught in class. Why were we told this? Usually it's to assist us to refer back to it, which will jog our memory to what was actually told in class. There have been situations when we made notes and never really referred back to it. If that is a habit of yours, do you feel note-taking is not an effective method for you? Well, think again. Studies have shown that the very process of taking notes, which involves listening to the lecture or presentation and putting it down on paper, aids in memory recall. Now why is that? The very act of listening and noting it down forms a part of repetition. And as we have seen earlier, repetition is the first technique to remembering and recalling. Reviewing the notes as you take them down is another form of repetition. Also, the very act of writing it down, looking at the letters and words as you write them down is similar to the numeric peg, or alphabet peg in this case. This aids in recall as well. Another important aid to remember lectures and presentations is the power of loci. Concentrate on the surroundings as you listen to a lecture. Observe in which side of the room the presenter is standing, how he or she is standing, what's written on the board behind the presenter, etc. Focus on these as you take down the notes for the point in discussion. This way, when you look at the notes again in future, you can remember all the details about the presentation room at that point in time, and vice versa. When you think of a particular stance of the presenter, you can immediately recall what was being said at that time.